What's good? What's good, Falcons Nation? Your boy is back with some explosive information that's gonna blow your mind. And listen, I'm telling you right now, what I'm about to reveal is going to change everything you think you know about this upcoming season. We're talking about behind-the-scenes moves, secret strategies, and decisions that could make or break our championship dreams. Now, I know what you're thinking, here we go again with the hype, but hold up. This isn't just hype, this is reality hitting us like a freight train, and we need to talk about it right now. See, while everyone's been focused on the obvious storylines, there's been a massive chess match happening in the shadows. We're talking about life or death decisions that are being made in those flowery branch meeting rooms as we speak. And let me tell you something, the ripple effects of these decisions are going to be felt across the entire NFC South. But before we dive into this classified intel, I need you to do something crazy with me if you can predict which 3 roster moves I'm about to reveal. Comment Rise Up Profit and I'll personally reply to your comment with an exclusive behind-the-scenes fact that won't make it into this video. But you gotta hit that subscribe button first and ring that notification bell, because what's coming next will separate the real Falcons fans from the bandwagoners. Alright, Falcons Nation, let me paint you a picture that's going to make your blood boil with excitement and anxiety at the same time. Picture this, you've got a roster that's been set for months. I'm talking about a lineup so solid, so locked in, that I could have given you the starting positions back in March. This team is the most prepared, most ready Atlanta Falcons squad we've seen in years. But here's where it gets spicy, and I mean Carolina Reaper level spicy. Injuries to key depth pieces have turned what should have been a smooth sailing roster construction into the most intense puzzle game you've ever witnessed. We're talking about decisions that are keeping coaching staff up at night. These aren't your typical who's the better player conversations. Oh no, and oh. These are, do we trust the guy who's been in our system for 2 years but hasn't taken a single preseason snap because of injury? Or do we roll the dice on the hungry newcomer who's been grinding through every single practice, making plays, and showing he belongs? Let me break this down for you because this situation is wild. You've got your established stars, we all know who they are, holding down the fort in the backfield. But then you've got this fascinating battle brewing between experience and opportunity that's got everyone in the organization asking tough questions. On one side, you've got a player who's been part of the Falcons family for 2 seasons. He knows the system, he knows the plays, he's proven his worth when healthy. But here's the kicker, hamstring injuries have kept him sidelined for the majority of training camp. We're talking about a guy who might not even see the field this week. On the other side, you've got this newcomer who's been carrying the preseason workload like his life depends on it. Every rep, every carry, every blocking assignment, this man has been attacking them with the hunger of someone who knows this might be his only shot. So here's the million-dollar question that's got the front office sweating. When you've only got 3 roster spots for running backs, who do you choose? The proven veteran who can't prove his fitness right now, or the healthy grinder who's been proving it every single day? But wait, it gets even more complicated. The defensive backfield situation is so complex, so layered with drama and tough decisions, that it reads like a soap opera script. You've got your established starters, everyone knows who they are, they're locked in. But then you've got this incredible competition for the nickel position that's been heating up throughout camp. 2 players going at each other's throats in the best way possible, fighting for that crucial slot. But here's where it gets really interesting, injuries have completely shifted the power dynamics. A former draft pick, someone the organization invested in, is suddenly seeing his stock drop because of a rib injury. Meanwhile, a camp standout has been making plays left and right, basically forcing his way onto the conversation for the 53-man roster. And don't even get me started on the special teams crossover player who's been training at multiple positions all camp long. This guy has been putting in work, showing incredible versatility, and making coaches ask themselves, how do we not keep this guy? We're potentially looking at 6 players fighting for what might be 5 spots. 6! Do you realize how insane that depth is? But it also means someone who deserves to be on this team is going to be left out. The wide receiver situation is so loaded with talent that coaches might have to make the unprecedented decision to carry 7 receivers. 7! When's the last time you heard of a team being so deep at receiver that they had to expand the typical roster allocation? There's this one player, and I won't say names because you know who I'm talking about, who has been so consistent, so reliable throughout camp that cutting him would be basketball equivalent of cutting Michael Jordan in his prime. It's just not happening. But carrying 7 receivers means sacrifices elsewhere. It means tough decisions at other positions. It means the mathematical puzzle gets even more complicated. Now here's where things get really strategic, and this is where that chess match I mentioned earlier comes into play. There's a key defensive player currently on the PUP list. If, and this is a big if, he gets activated, he has to go on the initial 53-man roster. Even if they plan to stash him on injured reserve later. Do you realize what kind of roster chaos that could create? We're talking about having to make an additional tough cut just to accommodate someone who might not even play early in the season. It's like playing 4D chess while blindfolded. But here's where it gets beautiful for us, Falcons Nation, and this is why I'm so pumped about Week 1. While other teams in our division, and I'm looking at you, Tampa Bay decided to play their starters extensively in preseason and are now dealing with a laundry list of injuries, what did we do? We were smart. We rested our key guys. And now, heading into the season opener, we're sitting pretty with one of the healthiest rosters in the entire league. Our division rivals are missing their star left tackle for the first 4 weeks of the season. They've got receivers on injured reserve with severe neck injuries. Their veteran receiver situation is a complete question mark. Meanwhile, we're rolling into Week 1 with our arsenal fully loaded and ready to dominate. This is what championship organizations do, people. While everyone else was worried about preseason games and getting their starters ready, our coaching staff was playing the long game. They understood that Week 1 is when it matters, not some meaningless August game. The few injury concerns we do have? Minor. Manageable. Nothing that's going to derail this championship freight train we've got rolling. The bottom line that's got me hyped beyond belief. Here's what all of this tells me, Falcons Nation, this organization is operating at a championship level. The depth, the competition, the strategic thinking, everything is pointing to a season that's going to be special. These are problems, these are luxury problems. When your biggest concern is deciding between multiple quality players, that's when you know you've built something special. The 53-man roster decisions might be complicated, but that complexity comes from abundance, not scarcity. We're not scraping the bottom of the barrel here, we're choosing between legitimate NFL caliber players at multiple positions. What this means for our championship dreams. Every championship team faces these moments where depth and preparation meet opportunity. Every great organization has had to make these tough roster decisions because they've accumulated so much talent that keeping everyone becomes impossible. That's exactly where we are right now. This is what success looks like. This is what building a championship culture creates. The prediction that's going to blow your mind. Mark my words, Falcons Nation, and I want you to remember this moment when we're celebrating in January. These difficult roster decisions are going to be the foundation of our championship run. The players who make this team will have earned every single snap they get. The competition will have made everyone better. When Week 1 kicks off and we're rolling out the healthiest, most prepared, most battle-tested roster in the division, while our rivals are dealing with injury after injury, you're going to see why every single one of these difficult decisions was worth it. This is our time, Falcons Nation. The chess pieces are in place, the strategy is working, and we're about to show the entire NFL what a properly constructed roster can accomplish. Stay tuned because what I'm hearing about the specific game plans and the secret weapons we're preparing to unleash, that's going to be next level information that you're not going to want to miss. Rise up.